Hello and welcome back to yet another video. I am the Turtle and today we will be playing some Mordhau. We're going to talk about how Mordhau will evolve until early 2020. Now the reason why I want to talk about this is because in 2020 or early 2020 is when Chivalry 2 is coming out. Now this is going to be Mordhau's biggest competition. Then again, some people might say it's not going to be any competition as Chivalry is releasing exclusively to Epic Games for a year. So Chivalry kind of launches for Steam in 2021. A very long time away, but hear me out here. So Mordhau has had its biggest patch posted already, and it added a lot of new content, a lot of wanted content, and thank goodness there was more content in that patch. Now we already know that there are other maps already in the works, and we have only gotten a little snippet, and this snippet is probably going to last for quite a while, hopefully. The one thing that's going to be a bit interesting is that the next patch should hopefully bring in their new game mode that they have talked about, the Siege mode, which was in their first trailer. If Mordhau manages to bring in a Siege mode, which is a bit like how Chivalry did their team objective modes, where you have to do one objective to progress to the next, kind of like a Battlefield Rush mode, but instead of taking out two objectives and moving forwards, you would be like taking out peasants, burning houses, catapulting walls, doing some tasks to be able to breach the enemy lines and get further in. Now, we don't exactly know how the Siege mode is going to play yet, but I have a feeling that the Siege mode is going to be a little bit like, as I said, you have to complete A, B, and C before you get to the castle. Or it's more like you have A, B, and C around the castle. So for example, if you destroy A, you can then go and destroy, the rest, B, C, and D easier, or you have to do some other tasks to get to the walls. Now hopefully we do get some siege-like battles where you have to break a wall, break some houses, basically progress through. Also, Criterion Games, I have a little suggestion for you. I don't know if you're gonna listen, but I would like to pitch my idea. You should do one of the modes where you have a little shitty cart they have to push from A to B, but this map is going to be much longer than you would usually think of, kind of like how Chivalry did as well. And the reason why I think this would be a cool idea is because the map would always slowly be pushed forwards, and the spawns will only be, changed as they reach certain checkpoints alongside the map. I think that could be a cool addition to the game as well. But then again, more information on the Siege mode would be very, very appreciated, Criterion. My email is in my About section on my YouTube. Wink, wink. Now, okay, so let's talk a little bit about Mordhau and its competition, Chivalry 2. We already know that Mordhau has a very in-depth combat system, and it has managed to mitigate all of these ballerinas, which is really nice. Now you only have to manage to not react on reflex and start looking at when the enemy strikes are hitting against you. The feinting is very annoying, morphing is really cool. Now, Chivalry 2, as far as we know, the combat looks very static, very stale, not very fluid and smooth. We also know that it's probably going to be playing like Chivalry 1 when it comes to the objective modes. So we already know how that's going to play. If you just relaunch Chivalry Medieval Warfare and you try to get a server, I don't think people play it anymore, but if you just launch a server, if you manage to get a server with some AI in it, you can get a general idea of how it will work. In Chivalry 2's case, I actually want to be a little bit of devil's advocate, but I don't want to support Chivalry's release in the way of I feel like it's a bit too short of a development cycle to start in early 2017, the spring, remind you, so right before summer, to then release a game in early 2020. At least when you want a comeback game in Chivalry, and you say this in your FAQ, you want to bring back the franchise as with the best combat system ever made or some stuff like this, I feel like 2 years is a bit too little, or 2-3 years. I feel like Chivalry 2 should at least have maybe 4 years of development and then release after 5. So what I mean here is that you have 4 years of development, like very harsh development, no crunch time, no crunch time, Tone Banner. You just make a good game, you test it with your community, use your most loyal fans that are there to test it, and of course get some of them critical thinkers in there, because you can't only have smoke being blown up your ass, you need some tough love, and that's gonna breed the best game. Now I feel like so far, Torn Banner, it's been a bit of a, a rough road. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of positivity around Chivalry 2, which is a bit unfortunate. I really enjoyed Chivalry and that general gameplay. But it's a bit weird when you turn banner, you haven't really said anything about chivalry for so long, and then suddenly you want to do chivalry. Good luck, I give you, chivalry. Good luck indeed. I think Mordhau at the time of chivalry's release will be more than capable to beating chivalry. So I don't think we have to worry about Mordhau and the competition really. We should rather have to worry about if Chivalry 2 is going to be good or not, which is a good problem to have, I suppose. Criterion Games have done a really good job at keeping a nice game. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. A real quick update of the YouTube channel. The reason why there was no video yesterday is because I was struggling a bit with my health, some heavy headaches and other problems. I'm trying my best to stay consistent. YouTube prefer consistency, so I'll try my best. So hopefully you guys can accept a little bit of like a lot more variety of games coming, because I'm really trying to not disappoint here. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, put a like down below. If you haven't already, subscribe, maybe share with a friend, and hit those notifications and make sure all notifications are turned on, if you like me enough, that is. Anyways, until next time, hopefully you had a great bucket of water around your house, and until then, bye bye.